Oh, excuse me. Let me try that again without the mask on. Hello, everyone. Angelo here. LA. Wait for a few people to come here. Got my stylish new mask, goggles, and tissue here to keep my goggles from fogging up. So it's a funny look. And this is inside out, so it almost looks like an inside out, I don't know, what does this look like? A piece of underwear or something? Because try having this ridge on your nose. It stressed me out. It doesn't hurt, it just stressed me out so much. This thing pressing on my nose, I couldn't take it. Oh, I finally got a comb. What the hell? Why is it impossible to get just a regular comb? Why do I have to get this double-sided, like it's like a gadget or something? I combed my hair for the first time in, I don't know, over a year. Well over a year. And wow, I actually feel like civilized with it. It's amazing. How's everyone doing? So, few updates. Oh, you all missed the gag I did at the beginning. It's like a vaudeville gag. I didn't come up with it. I've seen it performed before. So it's like, okay, wait. Hello, everyone. Excuse me, I don't think anybody could hear me what I was saying with the mask on, so let me try that again. Hello, everyone. Anyways. All right. So, first of all, my car is running all right now. It's not overheating, so that's great. I got a new radiator cap. That immediately slowed down and delayed the overheating, so I could drive longer without it overheating. And when it did overheat, it did it much more gradually. So that likely meant that the previous radiator cap was just wearing out, and it was allowing it wasn't keeping a good seal on the radiator, so that the boiling point was lowered for the coolant, and it was seeping out like steam out from the top of the radiator. The other thing is, it was a little low on fluid too. Hopefully just from the radiator cap and not from a leak inside the engine, because it wasn't leaking on the ground. So I filled it up, and in a few days I'm going to check the radiator again and see if it needs to be filled up more, if air was in the radiator and it got to the top. And even after that, I intend on checking it, try and do it regularly. I'm a little lazy. I should be checking my tire pressure more often, because I was driving around, and then like 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, oh shit, I had like 15 pounds of pressure in the tires, and they're supposed to have like 30 or 35. So these tires just leak air. But I checked again a few days ago. They're all right. I should check again. Maybe I'll just do it tonight after the stream. I'm not trying to stream super long, maybe 45 minutes. I want to get to sleep early, get up early. It's been a little challenging lately, but I'm just making the most of it. It's not. I'm gotten to the point where I just ignore everything around me. I ignore my circumstances. I don't think of it as. I know people are shocked by like me showering in the street. For me, that doesn't even faze me. I don't even think about it. It's no big deal. Whereas before it would have made me really depressed, and I kind of hope it still does in the future. It's my dissociative disorder has sort of been kicking in here and there. It's still overall improving, and I have my moments where I'm more clear, and then when I'm not, and I'm really just trying to concentrate and stay off. One thing that makes me dissociate more is social media. It just kind of gives me anxiety, partly because it's just so addictive. It like breaks off a piece of my brain and just dedicates it to that, because I just want to keep seeing what's going on. I just got to ignore it. And today I was a little more successful at that. I literally just lied back in my car. I walked around a lot today, and I exercised hard when I wake up. And I walked around several times for a while in the park, but I lied down. I wasn't even tired, and I was just trying to sort of just let my mind drift and be calm, almost like hypnotizing myself. And I was having like vivid visuals, and that momentarily sort of helped. I don't know. I still almost was like, you know, really worried later tonight with anxiety. Like, why don't I feel like myself? Why is my life wasted? What is this? How am I supposed to live like this? But I don't know. It just seems like you know, it comes in waves. Oh yeah, click like, everyone. That helps the video out. By the way, check out my video about Joe Biden. That was a really funny one. I must have watched it myself like 40 times, laughing at it so much. That's my previous video, so go check it out after this one. But my dissociative disorder is still kind of coming and going, and it's only been about 5 months into it. And that's a long time, and believe me, it's horrifying. If you've never been through it, if you didn't know what it's like, you couldn't believe what it's like to not feel like you're in your own identity, that time moves forward, that reality exists. It's horrifying. And I'm getting better and getting better, but it comes in like waves. So the rough part comes, and then the better part comes, and I've learned to just let it take its time rather than try and force it to get better. But it's just a gradual thing. However, little by little, I'm getting back to myself. I'm writing more. I made myself write over 100 ideas for videos and movies and web series, and I'm still adding to it. Now I'm up to like 120 something. And I did several of those today. My video reading comments, messages from Instagram was one of those video ideas that I had. So out of 100, one of those was that. So just goes to show, okay, get 100 ideas. That wouldn't have happened unless I wrote 100 ideas. And I'm editing a documentary about myself. So for 2 months, I was shooting hours of footage of myself throughout the day, in addition to my videos. About what it's like to live in my car, and what it's like, you know, what I'm thinking and how I survive. And I finally started editing that, and it was hours and hours of footage. It was over 8 hours of footage. So first I just watched all of it, and on the first pass, just cut out everything that I knew I didn't need, wasn't interesting, repeating myself, whatever. Then I think I did a second pass at least, and I think after the first pass, did I get it down to like about 4 hours? I think. Then I did another pass, and now it's down to like 2 hours. And so I'm cutting more and more, and I want it really tight, because when it's too long, you think you get to know the person better, but it's actually, it just feels like a mess, like you don't even know the subject. So I'm trying to cut it down, and the good thing is, it's weird watching myself, especially going through my disorder and then going into the pandemic, because I was talking about it while it was coming on, and you know, thinking what's going to happen. Again, click like, everyone, helps the video. And it was surreal watching myself. Sometimes it kind of reactivated my dissociative disorder, because I'm literally, it's like I'm dissociating. I'm hearing myself talk, and it's getting there. And even today I wrote a page of notes on how should I cut it, because it could be extremely boring if it's not cut well, because it's not like super exciting stuff. What it'll make it interesting is, you know, the editing, the sequence of events, how it's put together, you know, how it's tied together. There's one whole section I was really debating, should I leave it in, should I not? It's interesting, but I'm like, it doesn't really push the story forward. Then I was thinking of a way to maybe incorporate that where it doesn't have to be part of the story. It can be something that's in there but different. So it's good that I could even make progress on that. Oh, by the way, I got this mask at a dollar store for $3, but it's so much better than this piece of crap. Fucking so miserable wearing, cutting into my ears. Excuse me. And oh, by the way, if you put a tissue over your nose, it prevents your glasses from fogging up. Some people say it doesn't work for them. It works perfectly for me. So editing this documentary about myself, it also at somebody's house that they let me edit at their place, gives me something to do, and it shows me, okay, I'm making progress. Even though the other day it was like giving me a headache because I was dissociating, and it still scares me, but I had to slow down, sort of hypnotize myself today just to be like, it doesn't matter. I don't need to go to 100% better. all at once. I've got to calm down and just accept the little things that I'm getting done now. Because I'm still not feeling quite like myself, and I was feeling much better, and now it's weird again. And also it's weird not talking to people that much. Basically the only person I speak to lately is my mom, and then maybe I go to Jack in the Box to get a chicken teriyaki bowl, or lately I found another restaurant where I can get a fish bowl, which is even better and about the same price, and sometimes the food bank, but I go less and less there. Because it's been kind of inconvenient. When I go to this person's place to edit, I can't really get there, and I've been losing weight too, so I'm glad. I can tell I lost a few pounds in the last week because I'm just really limiting what I eat and really carefully watching not counting calories, but just not eating unless I'm sort of listening to my body more. So that's good. We'll see if it lasts. I've lost 40 pounds before and then gained it all back and then some. And I'm working out hard every morning. I do good push-ups, back workout by grabbing a chain link fence like this, and I squat down and I pull myself forward and back. And I don't jerk myself forward. I do it, keep the tension going like that. Because you can hurt your, shoulders and back too doing that. And it's better workout than when I was at the gym. The body weight workouts. And then I do squats, calf raises, lunges, leg raise. Did I say leg raises? I don't know. Yeah. I said calf raises. So that is a good workout too. And yeah, I'm just feeling I'm losing weight. So that's good. And again, just being careful about listening to my body. If I'm like, oh, I've had enough carbs, I'm done with carbs. And if I know I should just have protein now, I just have that. And I did get approved for food stamps. So I should be getting that. It's like a debit card in the mail soon. That'll be great. I can finally go to the grocery store and get some quality food, not spend a ton of money. Because even the food bank, it gets expensive. I'll still probably go there. But because it's still like not enough money. Although I probably won't be buying a ton of food because I'm also limiting what I eat. So it's nice to be losing weight because I really got about as big as I've ever been in the last few weeks and months. As big as probably around when I got out of my dissociative disorder back in 2013 when I couldn't exercise for 9 months. Basically, I was in such excruciating pain, like I couldn't exercise, and I was eating terribly. So editing this documentary about myself, it's good, it's useful, and it shows me, okay, I'm improving. And like the other day, yes, it was giving me a headache because my dissociative disorder was acting up. But then the next day I was better. So it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like when your body's fighting off the flu or an infection the most. It's when your temperature is highest because your body's trying to kill the virus or the bacteria. So I guess it's kind of like that. I don't know. It's scary. It's still scary because it's been more apparent lately. And I'm like, fuck, man, why can't I just be my old self? Just be a person. What kind of life is this to be like I'm almost like I'm just drugged up all the time, like I'm high, and reality's like a fractal and time doesn't move clearly. And I get these bizarre, strange sensations and strange tastes in my mouth. There. Put that over that. But thank God, I was so worried about the car, and whenever I get worried about my car, I feel like such a loser, like a failure. But thank goodness now it's not overheating, and I've driven miles and not very far at all, like maybe like 5 miles in a single trip, if that. But before, it was overheating way sooner than that, like in a mile or two. So again, in a few days I'll check the coolant again and make sure it's not overheating. And I just let myself be a little hungry to lose weight. I realize it's fine if I'm hungry. Yes, hey everyone, doing well. Click like, everybody, helps the video out. Been going 15 minutes already. Wow. Y'all hear that? All right. Now I see a lot more people out with masks, and It's amazing how quickly I got used to this whole quarantine. At first I was really panicked about it, and now I'm like, whatever, we'll deal with it. And it's partly my dissociative disorder. I do want to recover, I really do. But it's also just partly, it's like I'm making the very most of it. I did those videos that went on Tim Heidecker's channel. Check those out. Those remix. Just look up Tim Heidecker on YouTube. Go to his channel. You'll see my remixes I did of his podcast, Office Hours. I've been editing some of my own videos, and again, my documentary as well, which is coming together quickly. I was really worried at first, thinking, how the hell am I going to do it? How the fuck am I going to edit this and figure out how to make it interesting at all? And it was just coming to me. The ideas were coming, like, oh, okay, it makes sense. That's good. It shows me I'm not just lost in my dissociative disorder. I'm getting better, even though it still scares me quite a bit. What else is there to say? I mean, I've been trying to watch stuff when I can. Whoa. Like, I've been watching a lot of the Three Stooges lately, because I'm not trying to sit and watch a whole movie when I'm at someone else's place, but like a Three Stooges sketch will be like 18 minutes long, so I'll watch that, and I really enjoy them. I watched the Three Stooges when I was a kid. I don't remember much of them. Obviously, I know their whole, the gags and stuff, but I didn't really remember the stories. Except one I remember. I don't know what age I was when I saw it. Was I 20? Was I 25? But I remember it's like they were trying to work artillery, and one of them ends up going into like a cannon, or all three of them do, and they end up being fired out of it. It's really funny stuff. It's really good. And I think this could last a long time, this quarantine. We have no idea. And like I said, I still get quite scared about my disorder. Thinking, oh man, am I going to recover? Am I going to have my sharpness? Can I really enjoy my life, or do I just have to be floating through it? I am gradually recovering, it seems. It just always takes me a while. And I kind of don't trust myself. Like, I don't think I can get it right this time and really get better. But I'm gonna keep trying, and what choice do I have, Every other time I relapsed, I didn't think I'd get better, and I somehow did. So anyways, like I said, watching the Three Stooges can be a lot of fun, and it's nice to see something old, and it's done with integrity, and the gags are so funny, the wordplay is funny. Sam Raimi was very influenced by the Three Stooges, and I loved his movies growing up. He's one of my favorite directors too, even though you don't hear about him much now. He is working on another horror movie, by the way. Who knows what'll happen with the pandemic, if the movie will get made even after the quarantine, because who knows if studios and executives are going to change their minds on what they want to make, or there's going to be different executives in power who will want to make different movies. That's just how it goes. So it's a strange thing, but what can I do other than just be well, just take care of myself, and just hope this disorder works its way through me. Glasses are fogging up a little bit. Goggles, I mean. And these are nice, and they're like very bendy. They're like soft, And I'm sure exercising helps me get over it, and it'd be nice if I could be working like on film sets. I think that helps too, the physical activity, engaging my mind. But other than that, just staying active, cutting back on what I eat, and losing weight. Certainly it helps just with my health, and that's got to be good for my mind as well. It's all connected. I'm gonna wipe these off. Oh, the tissue's getting sucked up my nose. Oh. So last few days have been kind of off days, but that's okay. I try not to let it. I try not to let you know, my off days really get to me. And I've been getting up early. That's another thing that helps with this disorder too, is just getting up early every day. It really doesn't help to get up late. I don't know why, whatever reason. That's what everybody who talks about recovery from this disorder says. Get up early, even if you're tired. You know, go to sleep earlier the next night, but get up early. And that's what I've been pretty good about. 5 to 5:30, usually I get up every day. And exercising, again, certainly good. I really push myself to have good form and exercise before the sun comes all the way up, so I'm not burning up in the sun. And do it like without taking big breaks. Like, so just do back-to-back exercises, giving myself a little time between sets to, you know, recover. Just however much I need, a minute or so, maybe 2 minutes between sets, especially towards the end when I'm getting a little worn out. And you know, it benefits me more to wait a little bit so I can do a proper set. This is tough for everybody, you know. I mean, I can't imagine being with kids now. You know, people who are home with their kids, what that's like. So in a way, I kind of have it easy because I'm not stuck at home. And sometimes when I was over at this person's place to edit, it kind of made me panic a little bit, like being stuck inside, you know. But it's fine, you know, I got used to it too, and it depends on the day. But thank goodness I have been getting a lot done with that. So you can look forward to that soon, a documentary about me. That's been several months in the making now. And I finally am getting it closer and closer to being done. I still got to make at least, you know, another 2-3 passes at it and then really edit it down once I've made another pass or two. But I was really scared my mind wouldn't form the thoughts necessary to come up with how the video, I mean how the documentary should be assembled and how will it be interesting, you know. I think I'm getting there. Oh, fuck. Man, I don't know how people who wear masks all day at work do it. This is starting to hurt my nose. I think I might wear this mask even after this whole thing, because if it helps with my allergies, I'll do it. My allergies haven't been too bad lately. They were horrific for several months in LA, just to the point where I was sneezing and my ribs hurt when I sneezed. So, yeah, just doing a lot of good exercise and eating very well, and a lot of that is just cutting way down on what I eat and sticking to whole foods. I threw out those protein bars I had. I was like, man, I don't want to touch these again. You know, I don't know why I was thinking, oh, I got to get protein from those. It's better just to eat clean, eat whole foods. You don't have to be that picky about like, oh, I need this many grams of protein or whatever. I mean, unless you're a bodybuilder or something, you're going for a really specific physique. I'm losing weight just by eating whole foods and being aware of when I should eat. I have a little oatmeal in the morning first before I exercise. Then I work out. Then a little while after that, I'll go get like either a chicken bowl with rice and vegetables or fish with rice and vegetables. And when I get my food stamps, that'll be nice. Some restaurants accept food stamps, so that'll be great to have. That'll be a huge help. I don't know if it'll cover all my food for the month, but it's fine. At least it'll be a big difference. Again, I'm just waiting for that in the mail. I could have done it months ago. I just fucking hated it. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't ready. I hated the indignity of waiting in the office and applying. This time I applied online, and it was much simpler, and I didn't have to deal with all that crap. So, and I was surprised. They got back to me very quickly. I think like a day after I applied, the social services office called me and just asked me for like 2 more documents. and said they were sending it in the mail already. It's just you got to send these documents, and then we'll whatever. What is it? Activate your food. Oh, I can't open my eyes. Gotta blow my nose. Oh man. When these tissues get worn out, see, it's like this, goes over my nose, and then it gets sucked into my nose. Try and avoid that. And my mom is still home, staying home as much as possible. Virginia's governor said they're going to be shut down basically until June 15th. And I know in LA, at least right now, the order is to stay in quarantine until May 15th. But already the number of cases in LA is dramatically going up. The deaths are going up. It's very bad. So I don't think we're going to be out. And I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't trust to be out after May 15th. At least not without a mask and still social distancing and goggles. And I wear my hoodie in stores too. Just in case that gives me any protection as well. But I don't think we're going to be, opened up again after May 15th in LA or California. I think this all could go on for several weeks and months. Well, I'm wondering what else I should say, because I've been going for about 30 minutes now, and like I said, still dissociating. It's frustrating, but it's scary. Definitely. Way better than back in December. And I can only hope and keep working towards getting better and better. Back of my hands burn. I swear, if they're in the sun for like 3 seconds, they burn all day. It's so miserable. But I guess I'm going to get going. I don't know how much else to say. I'm just making the most of this again. Trying to be well, and it's partly easy because I get dissociated and I don't really feel the normal things that I feel, but I do want to feel those things and, have some urgency in me, even though I sort of do, and I'm getting ideas for stuff, and like for movies, which means I am sort of getting grounded again. Anyways, it was nice doing this stream. Maybe I'll do another one. I like doing them kind of occasionally now. I don't know. Well, it's partly because it's just the timing's difficult. Because if I can get to this person's place to edit, I try and spend as much time there as possible. And by the time I leave, I'm tired. So, subscribe if you haven't. And like the video. And keep watching for more. I'm going to keep making a lot more videos. And keep pushing to survive all this. All right, everybody.